What's up, everybody? Hope everyone's having a great day. I was gonna say lots of stuff happened today, but I guess not really anything happened today. Um, we're back. We got some cleaning to do. I did a little bit last night and a little bit Sunday night, and I genuinely might have a problem because this is a lot of fucking fun. So let's get to it. Okay, we're in the middle of this job. As you can see, I've done 23%. This is what we've done. All of this. Did we finish this thing right here? Did, but it looks like there's still some dirt right here. So we've upgraded my material quite a bit. We're on like the third level of items. Why does my stream look like it's laggy as shit? No, actually it looks better now. Okay. Let's get to it. We got a long road ahead of us. I need to find something to put my mouse on. Will this work? I don't have a... Shockingly, I don't have a... Yeah, that looks like it's going to work. What's it called? Oh, what's up, buddy? Hey, what do I have? Son of a bitch. Mouse pad. That's what we call it. I had one. I had one from X-Wing, and I have no idea what I did with it. I lost it in my move. Okay, that water is loud. Audio. Water volume. Let's bring it down a little bit. And for some reason, now we gotta move back over here. There we go. What's up, Mattuine? How you doing, bud? I mean, yeah, but I mean, are you rubbing it in because Tennessee's going? Bit rude. Come on now. Wow, that was a. These are super jumps. Wait, how did I do that? Oh, that's cool. I was kind of like skating. But I also don't really care, Matt. I really couldn't care about basketball. Like, obviously, I like it when the women win, and when the men do well, I happy. But that's just because I'm a Gamecock fan. I don't really care about basketball. Okay, let's skate up. Oh, Lady Cocks are the Lady Gamecocks are awesome. Okay, that's not gonna work. I was trying to use this stupid flyer as a bath or a um, mouse pad. Maybe I need something that's a little less shiny. That's a little better. I feel like this should have gotten checked off by now. Well, I need to get the rest of the graffiti off. That's done. What's up, Wiley Dave over on Kick? How you doing, man? Wiley, by the way, you were right. The latest episode of Reacher was really good. Like if they had kept it at that level this entire time, I don't think I would have had a single complaint. But it's taken them a little while to really reel me in. But this was a very good. It's not the penultimate episode. Um, I was off. This week is the penultimate episode. It's and next week is the finale. But so far, I am very happy. Today, or yeah, I'll say today. But the last two episodes were much more engaging. Um, so yeah, I really enjoyed that. His team was really good. I'll tell you, I was concerned when they announced the Neely, um, what do you call it, spinoff, that this season was going to be like heavy Neely to kind of get people interested in the show. But they've used her very well so far. She's really just she's in like less than 5 minutes of the entire thing, I think. So I am very happy about that. But I agree. I do miss his team. And the little guy was really fun to watch. Like I didn't expect him to be nearly as entertaining. The law school jokes were hilarious. I was a big fan of those. Let's see. This has been checked off of this. There we go. I do like that you don't have to get like 100% clean. That as long as you get, but it seems like it's basically like 98% of it done. They'll check it off, check the rest of it off for you. Actually, I think we can go with this. I will say, Wiley, I'm curious if you agree with me on this. There's been too much like detective work with the non-reacher people. Like it's the female the FBI. She's an FBI agent, I think. I feel like she's been investigating too much, and we should have gotten into this action shit like 2 episodes ago. Um, just feels like we lulled around a little bit longer than we should have. Yeah, I mean, sort of. Wiley, I definitely think they've done a better job of not making her like better than she should be, or like better than Reacher. Um, she's been a little more inquisitive than I think uh, is good for the show, but she's been she's been better than I think she probably would have been. Let's say if they had done this season 4 years ago. And I mean, you know me. I'm a big optimist. I think things like her not being super cop show that the industry, or at least the people involved with this show, are going in the right direction. Um, but I do get, I obviously I do get concerned with the history that Amazon has with just their franchises in general. There we go. Poll's done. Yes, exactly, Wiley. We watch Reacher for the action, for the fighting, for the punching, for him killing a guy with a like honestly, his kill against the Angel guy, I think has been my favorite one so far. Just boom, right onto the little note stick thing. Yes, yes. At least she isn't gay. She's also, um, and this is one of those things that I've started checking for when they cast certain female leads, especially in a role like Reacher, because there is usually some level of nudity, as obviously we saw in this last episode, but she doesn't have a history of that, and I like that because what that tells me is they're not trying to find female actresses that are just going to bear everything. They want female actresses that'll do well in the role as well. And I think like I said, I think she's fine. I just think she's done too much stuff. She's been on camera too long. But again, not a huge amount too long. I'd say it's probably about 1 episode too long. And I don't mean that they should have killed her off. I just mean that in the last episode that we've had so far, so 2 Thursdays ago, it should have become Reacher taking the lead and doing everything, not doing a little bit of thing here, calling her, saying, "Hey, what do you think?" and then doing a little bit of a thing and then calling her, which is kind of what it's been so far. And it's funny. I know it sounds like I'm nitpicking, and I kind of am, which says, some good stuff for the show. Because if my only, annoyances or problems with the show are things like that, then it's a pretty solid show, ain't it? Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of seeing his crack. I did not expect that. I'll tell you one thing. And a little bit of a spoiler, people. The makeup on the dead guy, the DEA agent that the guy kicks to a pulp, that was really good work. Like, dude looked real fucked up. I was quite impressed. It was violent too, which is good because that's what Reacher should be, violent. Yes, just like Tyson. Dude, I really liked how he played the hit that Polly gives him. Like dude, he was shook. He was he really didn't know what to do, and that was, I feel like that really plays a cool into the background of Reacher really cool. Yes, yeah, mm-hmm. It's just so peaceful, isn't it? I do want to, or I guess not necessarily remind everyone, but let everyone know. I actually put out a video today, guys. First video in a month, I believe. I'm gonna try to stick to a little bit, maybe 2 videos a month. At the beginning of the year, I told everyone I was gonna do um, a video a week, and it's just not tenable. Uh, there's not enough stuff that I give a shit about enough. But I did a video today about Assassin's Creed Shadows. It's a short video. I'd love for you all to check it out and drop a like, comment on it, what you think, shit like that. What's up, Jeremy? When did we start talking about Bruce Willis? Um, like Bruce Willis and yeah, I love the yeah. Which Die Hard movies? Do you love all of them? Because some of them are shit. I did see the trailer. No, sorry. I saw the trailer existed. I have not watched it yet. I saw Jay talk about it a little bit on Welcome to the Rebellion, but I have not. I have not viewed it with my own eyes yet. So I think uh, Wiley. Three is actually, I think, my second favorite. Obviously, the first one's the best. I mean, you just can't beat it. But three to me is much more of a accident shit happening to a cop than either one or two, in my opinion. Matt, see you later, man. Tell him I said hello. Damn, yeah, it's 7 o'clock, isn't it? You know what? I'm totally okay with that description. I love the Lethal Weapon movies, or yeah, movies. Close to being done with this bowl. There we go. Hail Kings. If you don't have the medium duty by now, get it for the skate part. It's better on the graffiti. Yes, I've got the level 3 one, the high power one. Oh. We're going to do this physics. Come on. So close. Okay, you said lie down. Okay, maybe you're right, bitch. Yeah, I've decided that on this one, I'm going to get the dirt off with my wide one since I can do it with this what's it called, base, let's call it. I can get rid of like all the grime as well with this one. So we're gonna get rid of dirt, and then we'll go back and get rid of what do you call it? Graffiti. Yep. Yeah, I figured that out last night when I started the skate park, that the tops had to be cleaned. Probably not for all of them. There's probably some of them that you can get enough of the area done with the fronts and backs in order to check it off. But yeah, the tops for some of the smaller ones, the tops definitely have to be cleaned. Everybody having a good week of work so far? Oh, dude, those bleachers were a pain. They were probably the most difficult part so far. Mhm. I already did the fire station. Is the fire station the one with the like fire tower in the back? Because oh yeah, I already did that. That was, I mean, the big building was easy. The building in the back, that's like the practice run up the stairs thing, was a pain. Just because you couldn't like sit in one corner and just spray everything because of the stairs. That's cool. Yeah, fire tower was a pest, but the station was easy as hell, man. Oh, I'm looking forward to it, dude. Honestly, I thought this one was going to be a pain. This was the first one that actually like unlocked for me on this set of them. And I saw it and I was like, "Oh my god, that's going to be impossible." But with this heavy duty one, it's been relatively pain free. What's up, Andy? What don't you understand? Like how appealing it is, or why I'm playing it? Shit, we're getting pretty close near the end of this thing. Hang on a second. Imagine having an argue with your wife simulator, but you always win. Like, that'd be pretty great. And then there's an argue with the girlfriend mode. Like that shit. Maybe I should make that game. I bet you I would make millions of dollars off of that. All of a sudden, there's a game over. Your wife realized that you were telling the truth, and now she's even more angry with you. Good luck getting out of this. And the wife. There you go. That's expert mode. Also, you don't like power washing, dude? I love power washing. But there's only certain times I love it. Like right now, we're dealing with pollen and everything. So this would be one of those times I would love to power wash because you could actually track your your progress. Exactly. Definitely a potential weapon. $1,100. Oh, is that how many were released today? Let's take a look at that real quick. Um, NationalArchives.gov. Clinton. Let's see. The 2025 release. Section 10 and 11 withholdings. Section 10, the President John F. Kennedy assassination records. Information withheld under court seal or for grand jury secrecy. And Section 11 of the Act addresses records with tax return information subject to Section 6103 of the IRS or deeded to the government from a private citizen. So, it does sound like there were documents that are withheld. Or wait, are these the ones that are actually released? Okay, so no. So the last documents that were withheld were sections 10 and 11. And 10 is the Section 10 of the President John F. Kennedy Assassination Records Collection Act of 1992 addresses information withheld under court seal or for grand jury secrecy. Those are probably going to be the secrets. Section 11 of the Act addresses records with tax return information subject to Section 6103 of the IRS or deeded to the government from a private citizen. Okay, so then what's Section 6103 of the Internal Revenue Code? Let's find out. Pace of the IRS. Also, to make limited disclosures of return information. So those are probably Kennedy's tax returns, maybe the joint filings of John and what was her name? Jackie. Let's see. So there's 1,123 entries. Let's just look at this first one real quick. So this first one is unredacted. It looks like it looks like some sort of communique between CI staff Birch O'Neill to somebody else. Let's see. Number 2 is a 3-page document. From the CIA. The title is Discussion Between Member Senior Division Concerning Oswald Stay and Helsinki. At 0900 this morning, I walked with Frank Furberg, recently returned COS Helsinki. I mean, this is unredacted. I'm not going to go through all of them. This one is also unredacted. He did say that he didn't want them redacted. So, these might be unredacted. Now, the problem is going to be that not only are they old documents, but there's handwriting on a lot of it. So, I mean, it's going to take people a long time to go through these things. Some people are going to have to maybe even hire some people to read the handwriting because some of the handwriting is going to be very difficult to read. A lot of these documents were probably written on with the assumption that they'd never see the light of day again. And so no one felt like they needed to actually write, not correctly, well, let's say. But yeah, I mean, I'm on document number 8 and nothing's been redacted. I don't see anything that says the CIA did it, but I will say the Deputy Press Secretary of the United States did say this morning that the American people were going to be very upset about what they read. So, okay, well, hey, look, this is one of the first ones I've seen that says confidential. This is dated the 30th of March, 1978. So this is 15 years later. Please find attached correspondence received from one Sergey something, who claims that he provided information about Lee Harvey Oswald to the American Vice Consul in August of '63. When did he was killed in November of '63, right? JFK assassination. Yeah, November 22nd of '63. So that's interesting. From Sergey to the British Embassy in Washington, D.C., to British Ambassador. I wrote a letter on February 15th, 1978, to Mr. James Callaghan, Prime Minister, enclosed registered mail number 251067. On July 18th, 1963, I was in London, England, at the Airport Immigration Office, number 175. I had no visa. Immigration placed me under house arrest. Mr. Smith, in police uniform, Secret Service, brought me steak dinner, and police officer interrogated me. He asked me what the embassy of USSR say. What did you heard in Vienna, Austria? I said, I have heard that one American defector, Mr. Lee Harvey Oswald, to Russia, defected to Russia, and he returned to the United States of America. This man, he preparing to assassinate President John F. Kennedy. Mr. Smith, police officer, asked me, do you know his name? I said his name start on O. His name was published one time in newspaper in Washington Post. Mr. Smith, police officer, said it easy to find. Then, yeah. I do searching. Now this is all in semi-broken English because, he's Russian. He doesn't speak English. I do searching for this file in British police, British intelligence, and British immigration. I asking your embassy to help to find the truth, and I ask your government to forward my record of July 18th, 1963 to President Jimmy Carter and Senators Daniel K. Inouye. Oh, shit. Daniel Inouye. Daniel Inouye received the Medal of Honor for gallantry above and beyond the call of duty. Something else. I can't. Chairman, maybe? And South Senate Select Committee on something. I enclosed his copy letter to after. So one of the problems here is the way that these records were saved. I'm going to try to show the camera. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. You can see right here on this, right here, the end of the letter is kind of copied out. So it's kind of hard to read what, the last probably word of each line says. Your justice will be appreciated. My incoming mail is controlled by FBI agents. Some of the mail is not getting forwarded to me. FBI suppress my information and torture me by drug. Respectfully yours, Sergey, whatever his name is. And then at the bottom, after that letter, is an actual typed out version of the letter. Well, I mean, shit. Obviously, I don't know if you want to take everything with a grain of salt or, because we do know that people brag about knowing things. Shit, we see that on the internet every day. But I am someone that believes that we acted differently 50 years ago. That we weren't as much glory hounds as we are today. But yeah, I'm on the second page of this shit, guys, and nothing's been redacted. There's stuff that's hard to read. You could always probably download the files and run some sort of contrast stuff on it so you can see everything better. But I mean, there's going to be much better people that do this than I do. Uh, Now, what I will say is what you probably want to look for if you're going to go looking through these things. What you probably want to look for is documents that on the top or along the right on the top of the screen or stamped on them somewhere says secret. If you're looking for like the CIA did it, then you definitely want documents that are from members of the CIA. Obviously, I mean, I don't think anyone's dumb enough not to know that. But what I'm curious to find out is what is it that that the deputy press secretary is referring to that we're not going to be happy. Because I honestly, I've kind of been of the opinion that I think the most we're really going to find out is that Oswald wanted to kill Kennedy, and the CIA, FBI, whoever found out about it and let him. And I don't think there's going to be some sort of like smoking gun that says, like Bush did it or something like that. But it really wouldn't surprise me if there was. I just feel like that document probably has been shredded by now. But you never know. The big problem is going to be, in my opinion, if that document isn't in here. I think that we're going to get a whole bunch of people that just say, well, this just proves that not everything was released. I think there are going to be people that are not going to be happy no matter what. But, we'll see. I think I'm going to finish this park, and then I'm going to change screens here and see what we can go through or go over in a little bit of time. Yeah, well, and the other thing, one thing that we are supposed to get are the MLK files as well. And what I'll be really interested to see with those is if we all know what's his name? Truman. We all know what Truman said when he signed the Civil Rights Act. And I think it's kind of funny that 50 years ended with Obama. And since then, a Democrat hasn't really done that great of a job with the black population. So I'm interested to see if we get some sort of CIA or FBI document that puts that on paper that that's something that Truman wanted. It'd be interesting. Woo-wee-oo. Leonard B. Johnson. Johnson's the one that said it? Okay. Honestly, I kind of get Johnson and Truman confused. It still kind of makes me angry though because I think it's Johnson. Still has one of the greatest stories. No, is it Truman? Shit. Fuck me. Let's look this up. Truman. Truman. Truman still has one of the best stories, I think, of any president. A little bit of time, and I think it was in Oppenheimer as well, but a little bit of time after we dropped the bomb, um, I think it was Senator Strom Thurmond from here in South Carolina brings Oppenheimer into the Oval Office. Or, well, no, it was Speaker of the House at the time. I don't know who the speaker was. He brings Oppenheimer into the Oval Office, and Oppenheimer's being all sad and like, oh, I wish I had never built it. We're going to destroy the world because of this. And Truman dismisses them. He grabs the Speaker of the House and he says, don't you ever bring that man into my office again. You tell that pussy I dropped the bomb, not him. And it's like, shit. He's also got some hilarious, well, this one's Johnson, but Johnson has got some hilarious president reels. If you ever go and listen to like the stuff that was recorded in Johnson's Oval Office, some of the funniest shit you'll ever hear someone say comes out of Johnson's mouth. Yeah. You didn't need to type it out, Clinton. Well, I mean, you didn't type it out, but you know what I mean. Okay, now I really want to finish this part because I really want to go through those docs. Just a cursory glance, I think. I'll tell you what, though. I think Trump forced people's hands last night. So we everyone saw the video where Trump basically told us all that it's coming out today. Um, and last night, let me get his name real quick. It's in my Discord. Uh, what's the guy's name? Christopher Robinson, a National Security Division official, announced that all attorneys who work in the operations section of the Office of Intelligence are ordered to review between 4 and 500 documents each. The deadline was noon today. So I think with that many, I mean, let's say there's 10 attorneys in that office. That would be a bunch of documents to look at. So that tells me that I think they were kind of hoping that Trump or RFK or us would forget about the order, and they might have been sitting on it, or they might have just been taking their sweet little time. So I think Trump might have been playing some hardball last night, maybe trying to root out the people in the Justice Department that aren't committed to the cause. Actually, I tell you what. I think I'm just gonna play this. I'm sure there's 1,000 people live right now going over those documents. Oh, it's extremely strategic, dude. Um, I saw some. I think it was Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers post this thing earlier today that was talking about the way Trump negotiates, and you'll notice, and he's. I think Jeremy's completely on the money on this. Trump always, whenever he's trying to get some sort of deal done, he does some ridiculous thing to get the conversation started at a certain point, and the point that he wants it started at, so that if he has to say, you know what, I will give you this, then it looks like he's conceded on something instead of having to fight them to get to a certain point. That's why I think this whole statehood thing about Canada is complete bullshit. I think it's just Trump trying to get a conversation started on something. And when he goes, okay, yeah, we won't do statehood, it looks like he's backed down on something, but he's really done something he hasn't wanted to do the entire time. Okay, guys, give me 1 second. I will be right back. Exactly, Pilgrim. Oh my gosh, a successful businessman, a billionaire, knows how to make deals. And then, of course, there are people out there that are like, he's failed like 40 times more than he's ever succeeded. And it's like, okay, that could be true. It's not true, but let's say that's true. He still has succeeded in areas and on deals far larger than almost any of us can even perceive. Oh, uh, Clinton, I think that might have been it. Asking me if it works on hedges. That might be the treehouse you were referring to. I don't know why, but I didn't even think about the top of this thing until I just saw it. Let's see. Yeah, that was really cool earlier when in the bowl, I got like a extra jump for running up this. Oh, so you don't even need to do like a fake little thing. You could literally just jump. Okay, cool. Kind of feel like an idiot now. 3, 2, 1. I feel like I've done more than enough of this arch. I must be missing. I mean, maybe. Oh, yeah, there it is. There we go. Where to begin? Oop. Oh, wow. That's nice. Let's see. We can just jump on here. I wonder if... Nope. Doesn't reach. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna run over here real quick. Yeah, you see that? See how it does like that super jump? Because I don't want to use the ladder. All right. And there we go. We gotta go to that side real quick. Okay. Yeah, it's just the last little corner, guys. Yeah, I'm doing it in particular order. I've got the whole top to do as well. Yep, I just saw it. Three, two, one. Dun, 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 dun. Done. Three, two, one, and done. Wow. There we go. Last little bit. Honestly, I'm surprised it hasn't already been checked off with, because this is the whole freaking floor. There we go. Oh, that's not it. Okay, well, without checking the thing, I wonder what I have left to do. It's definitely a top of one of these somewhere. It's not the railing. Nope, 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 nope. Oh, it's this railing. There we go. Oh, there's still more. Upper floors. Over here. Rails. Oh, this rail? Yes. go. Wall. I think it's going to be a small one. Probably this corner. There it is. Damn. Damn it. Oh, well, we can just do this. Is it maybe this? There we go. What's up, Ryan? Let's watch this. This is going to be a fun one to watch. Okay. Olay. Ooh, whole bunch of text messages. Hey, let's go through, see if we see anything else kind of interesting on here. I'm going to head to page 3 of these docs. What's up, MASH? I'll tell y'all another thing, something that you may want to look up when you're looking through these things, is the definition of certain stamps. So, like, one of the stamps here says, CIA Special Collections release as sanitized. Well, what does that mean? I mean, that tells me something is clean, but are you telling me that it's all of the secret information has been redacted? I mean, I'm looking through here. I don't see black lines, white lines. The only thing that's scratched out is the secret classification because it's no longer a secret. Yeah, I mean, shit, dude. Even the names of who this document was distributed to isn't classified anymore. This really is, I mean, of everything I've seen, this is quite thorough. Um, let's see. Oh, United States government memorandum on the Lee Harvey Oswald case, dated January 29th, 1964. So this is 2 months after the assassination. Um, So this document is like the seventh one on page 3, and this one is about the guy that let Oswald back into the country, or the two guys that permitted it. One of them was apparently described as soft on communism. Um, yeah. Wow, I'll tell you what, this one reads as like, woohoo. I'm gonna go to the very last page. Let's see what the very last document is. From OSD. It's a document entitled Cuban Affairs in the Department of Defense. It's about programs involving Cuba. This one actually might be one that we've all already seen. There's a stamp on the bottom of it that says downgraded after 3 year intervals, declassified after 12 years. So I mean, this document is dated New Year's Eve, 1963, with a stamp that says CIA has no objection to declassification and/or release of this document as sanitized. Um, so some of these documents, it looks like actually maybe we already have seen. Or that we were supposed to see them and never did. That's actually probably what it is. There's probably a bunch of these that we were supposed to see years ago, and then they just never got released. Which honestly, in my opinion, is an even bigger one. Well, it's not a bigger crime than, assassinating the president, but it reeks of laziness and thinking that the people just have given up. What do we got left? Got some handlebar crap. Anyone ever ridden one of these? What's up, Ver? How you doing, man? I'll tell you what I need to do. I need to take that off so I can get closer. What are we missing? The engine. Dude, it's definitely not exciting, but it's actually kind of addicting. It makes Jay's not motorcycle, grass cutting one look ridiculous. Exhaust, okay. Still gotta finish. What is left to clean? There we go. Fairings. What are fairings? They're the sides. Okay, so there's probably there's the bottom. Fender. Which one? What needs to be cleaned on this? There we go. Fuel tank. Sidecar seat. Mudguard. It's going to be this mudguard, I assume. Yep. So Elon got the astronauts home safely, guys. Spoke sets. Yeah, I thought they were the insides. I don't... Maybe that? Nope. How am I supposed to... Come on. It's just this last fucking wheel. Yeah, seriously, I've like drowned this wheel in water. There we go. Ugh. Continue. Now this, I'll tell you right now, guys, this is the part of the game so far that's made me want to go buy a power washer. Cleaning this car, because it reminds me of the last car I had to power wash. And it was, surprisingly, a lot of fun. There we go. Pilgrim says, Pilgrim, can you give me a citation for this document? The day after the assassination, Gary Underhill left Washington in a hurry. Late in the evening, he showed up at his home of friends in New Jersey. He was very agitated, a small clique within the CIA. I assume you're going to keep posting. Was responsible for the assassination, he confided, and he was afraid for his life and probably would have to leave the country. Yay. Less than 6 months later, Underhill was found shot to death in his Washington apartment. The coroner ruled it a suicide. Let me guess. 3 headshots to the back of the head. Okay, let me take a look at this, guys. Record number 104, 101. 101, 5, 6. $101, 70. Oh, this is gonna be deep in there. Oh, Pilgrim, what page? They're not in the order I thought they were. Oh, I can search the number. 104 101 70 10145. Here we go. Okay, one thing we're gonna do real quick is we're gonna bring that master volume down a little bit. The wind tunnel is crazy. This is a memorandum from John Garrett Underhill. Or no, it's about John Garrett Underhill, Samuel George Cummings, and interim something. I can't even fucking read that shit. So, J. Garrett Underhill had been an intelligence agent during World War II and was recognized authority on limited warfare and small arms. A researcher and writer on military affairs, he was a first-name basis with many of the top brass in the Pentagon. He was also on intimate terms with a number of high-ranking CIA officials. He was one of the agency's unpeople who performed special assignments. At one time, he had been a friend of Samuel Cummings, with some weird last name that I can't fucking pronounce. The arms broker that numbers among its customers the CIA, and ironically, Klein Sporting Goods, Chicago, from whence the mail order Carcano allegedly was purchased by Oswald. I thought he used a Springfield. The friends whom Underhill visited say he was sober but badly shook. They say he attributed the Kennedy murder to a CIA clique which was carrying on a lucrative racket in gun running, narcotics, and other contraband, and manipulating political intrigue to serve its own ends. A cabal of sorts. Kennedy supposedly got wind that something was going on and was killed before he could blow the whistle on it. Although the friends had always known Underhill to be perfectly rational and objective, they at first didn't take his account seriously. Quote, I think the main reason was, explains the husband, that we couldn't believe that the CIA could contain a corrupt element every bit as ruthless and more efficient as the mafia. The verdict of suicide in Underhill's death is by no means convincing. His body was found by a writing collaborator, Asher Burns of the New Republic. He had been shot behind the left ear, and an automatic pistol was under his left side. Odd, says Burns, because Underhill was right-handed. Burns thinks the pistol was fitted with a silencer, and occupants of the apartment could not recall hearing a shot. Underhill obviously had been dead several days. Gary, I bet my account gets destroyed because of this. This is going to be so much fun. Gary Underhill's chilling story is hardly implausible, as the spy apparatus of the CIA is honeycombed with self-contained cliques operating without any real central control. A check of agency records has yielded the following information about John Garrett Underhill. Born 7 August 1915 in Brooklyn, attended high school in Brooklyn and was graduated from Harvard in 1937, died May 8, 1964. Was a pictorial journalist for life. That's cool. ordered to active duty with MIS Washington as a second lieutenant on 8 July 1943, served with MIS for 2.5 years, working on technical and photographic evidence for MIS publications, eventually evaluation of intelligence and enemy uniforms, insignia, weapons, etc. On 9 October 1945, received a War Department staff citation for superior work in military intelligence, left active duty in May of 46. CIA memoranda for February and October of 49 show that there was interest by the New York office of OO Contacts Division in using subject as a contact for foreign intelligence. Name checks were conducted with various military members of the intelligence community, but those yielded insufficient information, and OO was advised that contact should be developed with caution on a limited basis and that subject was not to receive information classified higher than confidential. So that's another thing. I've already seen comments like that in a couple of the other documents that there was a desire to use some of these other people that are apparently connected to the JFK assassination, that the official decision at the CIA was, or it might have been OSO at the time, were that they were not sufficient enough, or that they were not good enough to actually become CIA agents. So it sounds like what might have happened on these 3 documents I read, that I mean the cabal idea I think is practically spot on. But it wouldn't surprise me if they decided to use these, let's call them secondary agents, that probably always wanted to get in the game, and they were probably coerced to do things that a normal CIA agent probably wasn't allowed to do. You kind of see that shit in the movies all the time, and as much as Hollywood is not like real life, sometimes Hollywood's real life. It's like there's Tom Clancy once got arrested by the FBI and interrogated because in one of his books, he described a nuclear submarine to such detail that they arrested him to figure out who had told him these secrets. And he was like, no one told me. I know how nuclear reactors work, and so I can infer from that knowledge that the best place to put these certain places or certain departments on a submarine is in the locations that I said that they were in my book. So they had to let him go. So that's one of those things that's always I've always found quite cool. Let's keep looking at this. On 12 March 57, national agency checks were again requested on the subject because of interest by the Office of Security. A UP article of unknown date cites an article written by Underhill for Esquire. Oh, damn, Esquire is that old? The article described the U.S. Army as shockingly weak. The UP piece stated that Underhill served in military intelligence in World War II in Korea. Underhill said that he had served in a consultant, probably in 56, to an Army coordinating group. A report of 6 August 54 from the Office of Security, Department of State, concerns contact between Underhill and one Herman Axelbank, who was trying to sell photographs of Soviet military subjects. Underhill reported these contacts to the FBI and to CIA. In November of 49, Underhill visited Washington to call the attention of CIA to certain Axelbank pictures and was advised that colliers might be interested in some of them for an article on Russia. Underhill discussed Axelbank with Ricky Haskins of CIA. Hang on, didn't Amazon just release didn't Amazon release a movie where the redhead from Bobby Lee's podcast thing, Just Friends or something like that, and Zac Efron, where someone plays a guy named Ricky Haskins, Or am I going crazy? Isn't this the bonnet? No, bonnet's the top, right? No, yeah, it is. It's just... There we go. Damn, she looks pretty. On the basis of the foregoing, an inquiry was made of Director of Domestic Contact Service, whose office provided the attached reply. The following information about Samuel George Cummings, 201-178-343, was compiled from his 201 file and from investigation provided by the Office of Security and by CCL SPG. His date and place of birth are 4 February 27, Philadelphia. He entered on duty with CIA as a staff employee in December of 50. He was the GS-9 assigned to Ground Branch Weapons and Equipment Division, OSI, in January of 52. He was transferred to the Office of Procurement and Supply during 52-53. He traveled abroad extensively, buying foreign weapons. He married a German national and consequently resigned in November of 53, but he became a career agent in Guatemala. Cables of the 51-52 period state that Cummings was then buying arms for CIA and that the arms were intended for resistance elements behind the Iron Curtain. On 17-54, Cummings began the principal agent of the CIA-owned companies known as International Armament Corporation and Interarmco Limited, both incorporated in Canada, Switzerland, and the U.S. Cummings engaged in sharp practices in his conduct of business and was also extremely difficult to control. A 57 cable states that a businessman in Panama... Ooh, hang on a second. Let me see what this is. Ooh, I'm going to have to look at that later. A 57 cable states that a businessman in Panama, an agency source, knew Cummings to be providing information to the FBI and also knew him to be careful about keeping the appropriate U.S. government agencies informed on his deals. In early 58, Cummings assumed sole ownership of International Armament Corps and of the other one. An agency audit established the net worth of these companies at $219,000. Cummings brought... I'd love it if someone in the chat would tell me what $219,000 in 1958 is today. Cummings bought them with a non-interest bearing promissory note in the amount of $100,000, payable in 4 annual installments of $25,000. And certain items of inventory which had a cost value of $67,000 and a market value of $250,000. These items were to remain the property of CIA, and their cost was to be returned to the agency after they were sold. On 28 June 1961, the West German publication Der Spiegel reported that Cummings had been employed by CIA as an arms expert. 1958 is the year, and $219,000. Cummings had been employed by the CIA as an arms expert during the Korean War, and he had cooperated with the CIA in, quote, supplying arms to various trouble spots. Shortly after, Cummings left his staff position for the one I couldn't pronounce. Contact with him was established by the White House, the WH division. I'm assuming that means White House. This contact was taken over by CCI SPG in September of 54. Cummings knows him only by alias. This contact is still maintained until recently. The principal purpose was to dispose of arms, and CIA made a sizable profit on these transactions. The current contact is not operational. It is not based on a project, and no payments are made to Cummings, who volunteers information resulting from his extensive travels and high-level contacts. An operational clearance for Cummings used by the CIA staff as an informant was granted in March of 58. 2 more pages, guys. Well, a page and then a very small blurb. On 4 January 62, the Rome periodical V Nuove stated that Cummings was hired by CIA as an expert in arms and ballistics. In December 1962, the Office of Security recommended against his use by Domestic Contact Service as a source, and in December 1964, the CI staff advised that it had no operational interest in subject. Comment: as was noted above, this statement is correct because subject's activity is not directed by the agency. He volunteers information. An interagency source register memo to ACSI dated 1 June 65 stated at that time there was no record of a current operational interest in subject. So $2 million, $2.2 million is what that guy got for basically spending $100,000. Okay. And it's okay. An agency report of 24 February 66 cited Cummings as trying to procure military equipment from communist bloc countries on behalf of DIA. Agency reports of February and May 67 state that Cummings had been in close contact with the BND, West German Foreign Intelligence Service. That's the West Germany was the free side, for a year or more, and he had been given requirements by the BND, and that these included lists of Soviet and bloc arms for procurement. It was also reported that he showed a BND representative a copy of a purchase order for the procurement of a Soviet T-54 tank. The order having originated with DIA, BND officials have often stated that Cummings is a CIA agent. A form dated 1 June 67 was directed to the interagency source register by DA, presumably Department of the Army. Agency records contain numerous references to Intermarco, and this is the last bit. It is noted that Underhill, Cummings, and Intermarco have not appeared to date in any press or classified reports of the Garrison investigation in New Orleans, with the tenuous exception of the Ramparts article cited at the outset of this memorandum. So this was a memorandum basically about Gary Underhill's dealings with the CIA. So we've got several people who are ghosts at the CIA, it looks like. That they don't necessarily work for them, but they're not, let's see, they're not unknown there, I should say. Options. Let's bring that master volume back up. I tell you what, good luck to me to get any work done tomorrow. I have no more fucks to give. I mean, isn't that kind of? Don't we already kind of know that, Pilgrim? Okay, the handlebars. There we go. That was easy. But that would be why it only cost 10, or why? Yeah, why it only paid 10. Penny farthing looks kind of good. Let's do the helicopter, and then depending on how long this takes, might be done after this. It is almost 9 o'clock. $30 to $40. How? If I read articles, what do you mean? Clinton, that's pretty good. This got all dirty because he was probably flying over California trying to help put fires out. It does. It does hamper my cleaning speed. You know what's going to be interesting? So all the other Kennedys came out against Bobby in that like letter to America thing that those dumbasses did. Well, Bobby got Donald Trump to declassify every document that was still hidden about what happened to their grandfather. The guy that made them famous in this country. I wonder if we see anything from them. I'll bet you that they double down. They say something like, "These documents should have remained top secret. There's national intelligence or national security implications. The release of them is uh, not a vital part of national security. Our father would be, or our grandfather would be, extremely disappointed in Bobby for letting his death be used as a marketing tool for this administration." I'll bet you that's what they release. I should reach out to them and offer to be their writer. I feel like I could do a pretty good job. But it's probably only because I'm a little retarded. If I was actually extremely intelligent, I would know how dumb that is to say that. There we go. Oh, this whole thing is the landing gear. Okay, let's. Okay, I think we're gonna need to. Don't you hate when your paycheck hits and then you just spend it all on bills? Not quite yet, Ver. What I'm gonna do is um, get as much done with this wider nozzle, and then I'm gonna hit the trouble spots with that annoying one. Yeah, Ver. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. Um, it just sucks. I just hate paying bills. Or I take that back. I mean, clearly, I think everyone probably hates paying bills. I hate paying the bills that I was an idiot for having in the first place. Have I not been saying ver? Veer. Veer. Okay. Like the veer. Okay. Has that been driving y'all insane? There you go, Sam. Yes. The missile knows where it is because it knows where it is not. Yes, Veer, I do that as well. One thing I do, and I definitely recommend it because it's help. I've noticed that it has definitely helped. Is I pay so my apartment complex, I guess, has a contract with Flex, and so I split my rent, and it's helped my credit quite. I'm not sure I'd say quite a bit, but it reports it to the credit bureau or bureaus, and my credit's going up a couple points because of it. Mm-hmm. The 810, like the Warthog, it's only 30 years old, dude. I thought that thing was like 60 years old. Well, at least I don't have to redo that fucking tower. Ah. Okay. Redford saying, people say, ooh, the 18 is only good because the enemy only had small arms to fire back. Let me tell you something. It can lose an engine and fly fine. It's a tank. It is. It's a flying fucking tank. Any, who's saying the A10 is weak? Okay. Yeah, I know. You may have been right about this taking a little bit while. We're going to go ahead and clean the tops of all the propellers so I can do the rest while I'm on the ground. Come on, Caleb, stay awake. Stop falling asleep. %. Okay. I think I already did that one. Oh, so we got other documents coming out soon too. Um, Peter Hesketh ordered the declassification of all Benghazi documents. So that's, at least in my opinion, that is quite interesting. Now, I don't think that was on the list of documents for release from what do you call it? From one of Trump's orders. It kind of sounds like that's just on his own. He's deciding that. Yeah. Okay. What else we got? Engines. What the fuck? There we go. I was a bunch of keys to the right. There we go. What's the engine mount? So this thing is dirty underneath. All right. Wait, is this propeller? Oh, yeah, it is. There we go with that. We are 96% done. There we go with that. think I need to get like a water balloon that I can just throw into these hard to reach areas. I need to go E, turn this into just the gun. Damn it. Okay, can I go through here? Okay, I need to get on the other side of this. Okay, let's crouch underneath it. How do I get here? Let's grab this, the ladder, and put it right here. That was the little hood thing. There we go. Hydraulic pumps. This where I think we're going to want to put that back on. There's that. That's done. Yeah, I kind of figured I was going to regret saying that. It's these tiny little spots that really get you. Water tank, where's that? Okay, so the big thing. There we go. Tires. Okay, the long. Wow, honestly, I thought I'd already gotten this. There we go. Oh, there's three of them. Well, then the other problem is I don't. Oh, over in the back. What's up, Roto? Okay, let's take that and put it on the other side, and then we're gonna need to go with the small gun. Hang on. Oh, you raided me, man. Thanks for raiding me, dude. What's up, Jay Swigs? Okay. 3 items left. The oil cooler. Where is that? I feel like I just saw it gleaming. There it is. Just want to remind everyone I put a new video out today. If you want to go take a look at it, that would be awesome. It's about, you guessed it, Assassin's Creed Shadows. Hey, has anyone ever watched Mad Men? I'm thinking about giving it a go. I've seen like episodes here and there, especially when I was younger. I'd watch it with my parents, but I've never like watched the whole show. Here we go. Last little bit. I'll say the main reason I haven't watched it is because it's got the chick from what's the name of that show? Or the not Christina Hendricks, the other one that's in Handmaid's Tale. I'm just not a fan of her. Where's the stool? Where? Maybe. Okay. That little amount shouldn't have kept it from being done. Oh. Okay, yeah. Mayor's Mansion. Only 350? Wow, that's gonna be $5,000. Okay, guys, that's gonna be it. I hope everyone had a good night. I'll be doing this again tomorrow, and I'll probably do the same thing where maybe I find a couple documents and we go over it a little bit. This is, like I said at the beginning, guys. This is going to be a lot of looking at documents. The other thing that people are going to have to do is they're going to have to learn the differences between the different types of clearances. There are some people like that one guy, it said that they recommended he not have access to anything above secret. Well, where does secret rank on the order of clearances? If it's near the bottom, then maybe he's not that big a deal. But if it's like up there at the top, this is an important person. So I don't know. It's definitely gonna be an interesting read. I'm probably gonna spend some time tomorrow looking at some stuff. Hope everyone has a good night, and I will see everyone tomorrow. Peace out, guys.